Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Horizons 3. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. Last episode, we sorted out our tree farm over here, which is something that we, basically, we now have massive production of spruce wood, which is awesome for us. So, what that means is we are now positioned to finally sort out our power system once and for all, so that we'll have all the power generation that we actually need and then some. So, that's what we're going to do in today's episode, at least for starters. It might not even take us the whole episode since we've already gotten the hard part done. So basically, what we're planning on doing is running our base off of these petrified fuel generators. These things generate 800 RF per tick. What we need to do is set up some sort of a system in which we make charcoal blocks, and then that's basically the deal. So first thing we're gonna need is some redstone furnaces. Unless there's is there a better one? What's the difference? Ooh. Burn 3 items at a time, and will produce a bit of essence each time it's smelted. That might actually be worthwhile. That resourceful furnace? I was gonna do this originally with these redstone furnaces, but this might be better. Let's try this thing out. Let's just see. If we make one of these, I need a gold gear. And then I think everything else we should have. There we go. So let's see. This thing, yeah, 3 slots. And it looks like it runs on RF. So let's just put this guy down. And it uses 80 RF per tick in order for it to work. Okay, piece of cake. So then if we take a few stacks of spruce wood, how fast is this thing? Pretty quick. Let's compare that to a regular old redstone furnace. Yeah, this is faster. Now, keep in mind, this one also has a speed augment on it as well. I think this is the way to go, though. I think we want to go with the resourceful furnaces for sure. That seems like a much better value for what we're trying to do here. So let's actually make a couple of these. Let's go like 2. I think will probably be enough. So we need a few furnaces and... oh, and we need, of course, machine frames. Always need machine frames. There we go. That should do. And a couple of these guys. Okay, so that seems pretty good. Now, we are also going to want a compacting drawer. You guys, thank you for mentioning that the auto crafter, which is what we used last time. We used for basically compressing the charcoal into charcoal blocks. We used this guy, the auto crafter from Cyclic. We don't need it. This compacting drawer will totally work just a million times better. So we should use that instead. And then basically it's just that and the generators. So I think I'm gonna get a chest here. We'll just take well, we don't even really need a diamond chest. Let's just use like a regular chest, and that should be good. And then we'll be distributing stuff, so we will need some item ducts, and then we're gonna need some servos as well. And I think reinforced servos would probably do it. So let's make a couple. Let's see, we'll need 3. I think we need... I'm trying to think here. We don't even need 3. We need basically a chest, 1 servo to distribute to the furnace. And then, yeah, we need a couple to take them from the furnace, and those we can probably use like so. And I think that'll be enough. Now, is this enough item conduits? Maybe not. Let's also grab some flux ducts and all this kind of stuff as well. Okay, so I think this will do the trick. So first things first, we got to get rid of all this nonsense over here. We're just going to clear it out, to make space for the new stuff that we're going to be putting in. And we'll get rid of you and you. Okay. And then let's also just kind of clear this space over here as well. We'll break that. And honestly, these can all go. We just don't need them right now. We'll just do away with all of them. They're unnecessary, and they're just kind of in the way. Put you back. And then we'll just get rid of all this stuff, too. Okay. That should do it. Now, what I'm thinking is right up here, we want a chest, and that chest is going to distribute to our furnaces. So we'll say like 1, 2, 3, something like that. Maybe we could even go one more. Also, what's on the other side of this wall? Nothing? Nothing. Okay, good. So let's run some flux ducts back here behind these because we want these things to be powered, obviously. And we'll just bring that over like so. Okay, so these will now get power. Then we'll run an item duct down. And we'll say on this servo right here, we're going to say ignored. And we want... Ooh, is there a round... nearest first, furthest first, random, round robin. That's what we want. So it's going to try basically to take turns distributing what's going to go in this chest. This will be spruce logs to these furnaces. So that's what we want. Okay? So now we want to pull stuff out of these furnaces and put it into a compacting drawer right here. So we're going to grab 3 more item ducts. And this time, we'll go boop, 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 like so. I mean, this could all probably be done with resonant servos, but this is fine. We'll go like this. And we actually need a couple things, don't we? We need some charcoal. I need 1 charcoal block and 1 charcoal itself, and then I need some spruce wood as well, because we want to basically be filtering these things. So let's say here, this is where we're going to say pull out charcoal, whitelist charcoal. The only thing we want to pull out of these is charcoal, and they're set to ignored. So basically when the charcoal is done in here, it's going to push it out over here. Here we're going to do the same thing, but with spruce wood. And then here, this is where we're going to start distributing to our petrified fuel generators. So let's put 5 of those here like so. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this guy, I'm going to put a resonant servo, say whitelist charcoal blocks, ignored, round robin. There we go. So essentially, if I've set this up correctly, and I believe I have, what should happen here is we're going to have 5 petrified fuel generators, which are going to essentially just run off of charcoal. And I think that will work. Like, I think at this point, all I need to do is basically hook this thing up to our refined storage system so that we're pulling out charcoal, or spruce wood, I should say, and sending it into this chest right here. So where does my refined storage system actually, like, pop up? I know I have somewhere a refined storage, like, cable running around here somewhere. Let's see. I know you run down here. Okay. So let's just tear this stuff out real quick. Okay. Let's just get rid of all this. That's where this pops up. So let's just... There we go. Now we can see kind of where we got to go here. So we want this to run... right here. There it is. We found it. Okay, awesome. So now we're basically set. We just got to fill this stuff back in. Swing up here. Give me some cables, please. There we go. And then we also need an exporter. And I bet I don't have the stuff to make that right now. Of course not. Okay. Well, easy enough. Give me 1 diamond. We'll throw that into our solderer. There we go. And then we need 1 printed silicon and 1 piece of redstone. And we go like that. There we go. There's our... Oh, hey, come back, you. There's our advanced processor. What else do we need? An improved processor, which is the same thing, but gold. So we'll take one of our last bits of gold here. Toss that in. And again, 1 printed silicon, 1 piece of redstone. And there we go. That should be everything we need now for an exporter. Excuse me? Oh, it's a construction core. It's not a... Oh, dang it. Figures. Okay, well, easy fix. We just need to make one quick thing here. Let's grab an iron ingot, toss you in there. Do that. There we go. There's our basic processor. Now we should be able to make one of those. And there we go. There's our exporter that we need. Okay. And then where, oh, where was that chest? Right here. Lovely. And let's go cable up and over. That should do. And then we want to essentially tell that thing. Let's fill this back in. We essentially want to tell that exporter to export spruce wood. So we'll just put that in right here. How fast will it do it? Fairly quickly. It's going to take a while for this to fill up. Why? Why are these not... Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So I got to change the cabling here a little bit as well, because right now we're not actually providing any power back to the system. So let's see. We need to go hardened flux ducts running this way. That provides the furnaces over here with power. And then we need you to hook up over here and provide power back to this. So if I do that, these should fill up and start outputting charcoal. What I need, though, maybe what we could do is fill those manually just to begin with, and then we'll see if it kind of stays on top of things, because that's kind of important, maybe. So let's just grab a bunch of spruce wood here. That should be enough. And we'll just go like that, and like that. And then when these are done, it doesn't quite get filled all the way. What if I toss all this in here? This might need to be Enderium. I think we're going to have to make that one into an Enderium one because it needs to pull a little faster. So let's go servo, grab a resonant one. We'll come back down here. I'm going to grab... Where's my crescent hammer? My crescent hammer must be back in my stupid system. I need to make that wireless thingy so that I can access this thing. Really? Where? Like, for real, where's my crescent hammer? Is it in here? No. I'm also missing a bag of... or a sack of storage. Oh, here it is. And there's 21 items in here, including my crescent hammer that I was missing. Aha! I found it. Okay, lovely. So now, let's try and fix this thing real quick. So we'll go, you, take that guy off. Uh-oh. It went flying somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, it's in my inventory. Okay, there we go. Put an Enderium one on here. Ignored. Round robin. And now it should pull stuff out of here much faster. And it looks like these are staying at 64. So now we might need to add a speed upgrade to the exporter as well. But it looks like these are keeping up. And this thing is gaining power. So that's real good. We don't have our entire everything hooked up right now. So let's grab another flux duct here. And let's just see if I hook up this right here, am I still going to be positive for power? It appears so. It seems like that's getting enough power. Okay, that's all fine. Let's go grab this key right here. And then I think we're basically good. Like, I'll have to see, is this thing... Yeah, looks like it is slowly gaining. So we're good, we're good. As long as this thing is, as long as it's exporting fast enough to keep up with the demand, we should be set. Oh, and these are getting fluid as well. I totally forgot about that. Okay. Well, I suppose, and we actually want this essence, because that gets used for all sorts of important stuff. So let's grab some fluiducts here. I don't have many. Well, let's grab some fluiducts and a couple basic servos. And then, well, actually, there's really only one fluid coming out of these, so this should be fine. I may want to, like, modify this then, though, because like, I'd have to run the fluiducts here, which just looks terrible. But for now, it'll work. And then we want you to go away. There we go. So let me grab 1, 2, 3. Ignored, ignored, ignored. Okay, and then this thing will fill up with fluid, slowly getting me essence, which I can use I mean, essence is what you use to spawn mobs. So, like, that's pretty useful. Especially since we're going to have more auto spawners in the future. And these are definitely keeping up. So I think we're I think we're set. I think we're good. And it appears that, like, everything has power. Yep, fully powered. Fully powered. We're getting resources. It appears that our power situation is finally sorted out. I am so glad. That's something that has been needed for a real long time. Because, you know, it's challenging to have all of these farms, like, or I shouldn't even say challenging. It's annoying to make all of these automated machines, right? Like your laser drills and your void ore miner and your void resource miner and all these different things, and then not have a good power source to actually power it all. Like, that's where you run into problems. So I'm very, very glad that we finally have a decent source of power. We're also getting essence. These things seem to be producing enough and keeping up. Our supply is keeping up with our demand. I think we are good to go. So I'm very, very happy. Okay, now, do I have any gas tiers? I totally have gas tiers. So there's a couple things we're gonna need before we advance too much further in this mod pack. And basically, they rely on finding mobs. First things first, I need blizzes. I need to find a blizz. It's like absolutely essential, because if I can't find a blizz, we can't spawn blizz in an auto spawner, and that means we can't get to cryothium. And cryothium is kind of like our next step when it comes to technology. So let's take a look at our map. It appears there's a nice cold area due south of us, which is where we will hopefully find blizzes. I actually saw one spawn out here at one point. I don't know if that was just luck or what, but they should spawn over here. We should find blizzes over this way once it's actually dark enough. Right now it's not. It's not, although actually if we go down here, hello skeleton, die please. There we go. We might find some down here. Like, it's dark enough that stuff is spawning like crazy. I don't know if they will spawn underground or if I have to wait until we're above ground. We also have Enderman already. So, like, we've got some Enderman over here. That's great. But we don't need Enderman. We've already managed to capture an Enderman. I do need the Ender Pearls, though. Hey, where'd you go? He's probably going to come and hit me in the back in a sec. Seriously, Enderman. Is he just invisible? I'm so confused. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not seeing blizzes spawning down here, though. At all. So I think maybe we'll have to go above ground. In fact, now that I think about it, I think it's like they only spawn in certain biomes above a certain Y level. I'm a little rusty on my mechanics. Either way, I'm going to wait for it to become night. Looks like it's going to be a little bit. So let me wait for that, and then we'll see if we can find ourselves a blizz. All right, guys, I am back. Do you see what I see? I see what I see. It's a blizz. We've got it. Okay, so that takes care of our blizz problem. We can now make blizz rods and all that kind of good stuff. The other mob that I really need to find, believe it or not, is just a regular old vanilla slime. That's all I need. Like, I need one vanilla slime, not a pink slime, not a purple with blue polka dot slime. I just need a regular old slime. And what might be the best way to find one of those? I mean, swamps are so wonky in modded because I think it's only vanilla swamps that that will properly, like, that spawn, that slimes will actually, like, spawn in. And the issue with that is that we have biomes of plenty in this mod pack, so there's not a whole lot of regular old vanilla swamps. It's all, like, modded swamps and stuff. So I don't know that I'm going to find any slimes that way, unfortunately. Now, we could go down to, like, a cavern or something and try to go down low enough and then hope that we stumble across a slime chunk. What are these? Oh, they're deer. They're just... Okay. Okay, they're just deer, just wandering around, doing their thing. Fair enough. Where's my house? I think it's over this way. Because my house is by... Yeah, it's right over here. I see the beacon. Anyway. Yeah, kind of a weird thing. I need to find a slime. And I don't know where the nearest swamp is. Like, this is a swamp down here of some sort. But that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot for swamps and stuff around us. Unless you count this that we're in right now, which is a shield biome, whatever that means. I don't know. Either way, I haven't seen a whole lot of slimes. In fact, I don't know that I've seen maybe like one slime the entire series so far. So, oh, look at this. Yeah, blizzes were spawning right next to my house. Look at that. He didn't drop any blizz powder. That's disappointing. I could have just gone hunting on my front porch and called it good. I didn't even have to go all the way over there. Figures. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and sleep, though, because now that we have the blizz powder, now we can finally get something going with it. We can make this work. This will be good for us. So I'm thinking, let's grab this blizz. There we go. Let's grab this guy. Let's put all this extra junk into our system because we don't need it right now. And then we want to swing down here. And I want to temporarily... Yeah, we want to blacklist nothing for the moment. Then let's swing in here. This thing is currently set to generate pink slime, or to create pink slimes. I don't want to create pink slimes with this. I want to create blizzards. Let's turn this thing on. And that will summon a batch of blizzards. Those blizzards and their drops should ultimately end up in here. We may want to... There's snowballs. There we go, blizz rods. That's what I'm looking for. So I don't really need the snowballs. Well, actually, before I say blacklist or whatever, do we actually need snowballs for, like, anything in this mod pack? Oh, you actually need it for cryothium dust. Okay, well, that settles it. Give me the snowballs then, too. So we will say whitelist, snowballs, and blizz rods. And that's all I want to come in here. And then we will let this thing run for a while, and that will give us the means to make cryothium. And this stuff is important because you use it to make signalum upgrades, which is kind of important if you ever want to get to Enderium tools. Some of these augments, but the big thing is signalum upgrade kits. That's the biggest part, because that's like the second to last tier of upgrade for your machines and stuff. So if I ever want to upgrade to Enderium or resonant machines, like my pulverizer and my furnace and all that kind of stuff, I gotta do the signalum upgrade kits first, and those require this cryothium dust. So let's, what do we have over here? We have 2 hardened machines. These actually get used. We probably want to automate that at some point as well. So let's just see here. If we go upgrade, so we've got hardened, reinforced. What do we need for this? More Electrum. And Electrum is made with gold and silver. Okay. I know I'm running fairly low on gold at the moment, but I have a little bit in here, and I have quite a bit more of it in here. Good. So I'm thinking what we should do... Let's get this going. We'll start cooking this stuff up. Turning it into ingots, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, I can't actually do anything with this at the moment. I mean, this thing is just backup power right now, so I'm just going to toss it in here. It's not even needed. There we go. And then we'll grab these. Actually, why did I do that? Gold. Silver. There we go. And I think if I toss... say, how many of these do I need? If I'm gonna make the upgrade kit for this one, I need 4 for each one. Okay, so let's say we'll do that. We'll make 4. This should make 8 altogether, so then I'll have a little bit left over, and then we should be fairly good to go. I'll let it run one more time. Do I have an augment in here? No, this one needs an upgrade as well. I should actually update my induction smelter too while I'm at it. That's probably a wise decision. So let's go a hardened upgrade kit, which is going to require 1 bronze gear. We'll take you. Let's throw that onto our induction smelter, which will help speed it up a little bit. And then we need 3 silver gears, and 1, 2... I'm out of Electrum again. I'm so close. I am so close. Gold, please. Just give me, like, 2 more ingots. Or 2 more batches of ingots, I should say. There we go. And then we'll go like that. And there we go. Now we got 3 of these reinforced, and we can put those on our pulverizer, our furnace, and our induction smelter. And then finally, for the last upgrades, it's signalum. We need Electrum Gears. So that means I need 12. So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And grab gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. toss those guys in here, get those cooking up, because we need Electrum Gears to upgrade to the next tier. And then we should also probably be looking at our augments as well. Do I have... Yeah, I've got more gold and stuff in here too. So let's look at our augments, and we're going to want these guys right here. And these actually require a fair amount of gold, don't they? Let's make 3. You've got one. You've got one. You need one. So we'll just toss that in here. And then I'm going to say you and you as well. And that'll help speed these up a little bit. I'd like to make like 1 more, I think. So just make me 1 more augment. There we go. And now these machines should basically be as fast as they can be until I upgrade them to the next level. Which means when I take ores out of here, let's just see how fast this is. I think I'm probably at a point where I can pulverize like my redstone and all that kind of stuff as well without worrying about it too much. I'd probably get a little bit better return if I was, well, you know what? Let's keep it. Let's not fortune it just yet. But how fast is this thing going now? It's still fairly quick. How fast are you smelting? Pretty quick. So I'm happy with that. And then the induction smelter is kind of chugging along little by little. Okay, what goes into making signalum? So signalum, destabilized redstone, pulverized silver, pulverized copper. Okay, so the hard part there is the destabilized redstone. So let's just do one of those real quick. Let's make some destabilized redstone here. And let's figure out how many of these we're going to need. If I want to go upgrade kits and we want signalum, I'm going to need 4 ingots per upgrade kit. I need 3 upgrade kits, so that's a total of 12. Okay, so then looking at signalum ingots, this will give, so basically we need to do this recipe 3 times. So I need 30 destabilized redstone. So we're just going to toss that in here. It'll slowly cook or whatever and turn into destabilized redstone, and that should... Oh, I've got resonant ender in here. Tell you what, let's just do this. Just give me 1 bucket. We'll take the resonant ender out since I only have 1 bucket worth of it, and we'll let this fill up with destabilized redstone instead. Basically, every redstone piece is 100 millibuckets, so you need 10 pieces for 1 bucket. I need 3 buckets. It should all be good. But we can worry about upgrading our machines and all that kind of stuff in a future episode because, guys, unfortunately, I'm out of time for this one, so I got to call this one right here. We're also going to worry, I think, about upgrading or automating, I should say, our ore production so we don't have to manually grab this stuff and feed it where it needs to go. We'll worry about that later, probably in the next episode. Anyway, guys, I gotta call this one. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.